Hi guys, welcome to Interior Insights. I'm Jane, an interior designer, and we are standing in an apartment that is one of the most vibrant, eclectic, and beautifully color paletted spaces I've ever seen. If you like colorful, bold design and Wes Anderson, this video is for you. Now, come in. This apartment is the home of Megan Rose Murray and her partner. Megan is a writer with a background in journalism and interior design, and she writes about design all over the world, and she has really managed to create an absolutely vibrant, almost fairy tale-like home where you can just lose yourself in the different color palettes and little worlds she has created. And the whole apartment is full of color and unique furniture finds and rich, different hues. Definitely go check out her Instagram right now and follow her because she has an absolutely incredibly curated and inspirational feed that I'm obsessed with. And if you want to get our free design guide, you can get the link in the description, or you can also sign up for a newsletter. And of course, we have our own Instagram where we post behind the scenes content and just more daily updates, so you can also find us there. So as soon as we enter into the apartment, we come right into the hallway, and over here we can walk directly into the living room. And the living room is just its own beautiful, unique, pink little world. Like I already told you, Megan really loves Wes Anderson and is inspired by the bold and exciting color palettes that he creates. And she really took this approach to color from him and got inspired by it. Comment below if you know Wes Anderson. I'm a huge fan, that's all I can say. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. There's vibrant and bold hues of pink, pastel blue, and soft browns, whites, beiges, and also a little bit of yellow. And what really pulls all of these different colors together and creates this underlying color palette are the walls that have been painted with a lime wash soft rosé, and it's really the plaster of the lime wash that just creates this very unique textured design and just this incredibly rich backdrop for all of the different items to pop off. In the living room, we have a very classical room layout. We have two sofas facing each other. The twin sofa is held in a light blue boucle, and it just again adds this new element of texture to it and gives you a very grounded feeling. And on the opposing side, we have a pink velvet sofa. The armchair that is standing between them is actually a custom-made designer item from England that just has this polka dot fabric, and it just adds this new fun layer to the design. Throughout the apartment, you can see Megan's love for books and for collecting. Because in every corner you look, you have a perfectly curated little pile of different books. To her, books aren't just something to read or to enjoy when you have some time, but she really rather sees them as little souvenirs from her travels. And when she showed us the place, she kept talking about different types of books and where she got them and the story that they entail. So this is also a very personal way to just add more personality and add more a sense of storytelling into your design. And like I already said, this apartment was also kind of inspired by the Grand Budapest Hotel by Wes Anderson. And we have a small little reference of the Grand Budapest Hotel with these two artworks that are hanging on the wall. And they are just a beautiful reference to the Grand Budapest Hotel with the jelly cake artwork and the little hotel keys. Most of the items that we can find in this apartment are from small labels or small independent firms who really cherish the art of handcrafting and making their own design, and this is just what gives this apartment its very unique and personal story. because very few items that we can see in this apartment we've already seen before. And all of these little small labels are accompanied by vintage mid-century sideboards or furniture pieces. Despite the space being so perfectly curated, it still feels alive because we have big, generous windows that let the natural light come in, that illuminate the space. And at the same time, in any direction we look, we have little flower arrangements here and there. And even if it's just a single flower, it still adds this aliveness and rich vibrancy to the design. Even though this room screams of color and vibrancy and just a fun and playful attitude, we still have some grounding elements, such as the brown floor and the wooden mid-century cabinets and sideboards. And it's these brown tones that again dampen and accentuate the colors and just create this overall grounded and harmonious design. And you know I'm absolutely obsessed with color. Now, while the living room really encompasses this perfectly pink color palette, as we walk into the dining room, we enter a whole new atmosphere, because here the walls are covered and painted in a vibrant green lime wash paint. And you can see, just as you walk through the different rooms, you can just feel the atmosphere and the energy of the room change. And this just goes hand in hand to what I'm always saying, that color inside rooms really is what transports the emotion and what just evokes the feeling and also creates the long-lasting memory of the room. As soon as you enter the dining room, you just are transported into a completely different color world and energy. And it almost feels kind of like you're in a little tropical holiday. Because this apartment is located in one of the many historic apartment buildings in Hamburg, we again have this beautiful room layout where the dining room and the living room are connected to each other by an open door frame. And this again just creates this unique interplay of the pink and green color worlds and just lets both of the rooms influence each other in the perception and the design. This room is much more grounded, so the main colors that we have are really just this green that is accompanied by a lot of different brown wooden tones. In the center of the dining room we have a round wooden table standing that again adds this more informal and just very playful aspect to the design. And surrounding the table we have 4 gorgeous wooden chairs. They are upholstered in different types of green fabric. Just little aspects like these that again add more layers to the design. And then another very fun little trick that I noticed is that here we have 4 chairs, but you actually have another chair hiding over here and another by the door. So these extra chairs kind of act as decoration, but whenever you have guests, you can just pull them to the table and you just have all of the seating places that you need. And again, it's the carpets on the floor that really pull the different design elements together and create a generous zoning inside of the room. We again have a very thoughtful composition. There is a mid-century sideboard that is accompanied by a big fern living lamp. The rattan texture just again adds this very graphic, tropical and laid-back aspect to the design. And on the other side, we have yet again another lamp. And these lamps both beautifully throw light onto the wall, and this just really illuminates and gives the lime wash some texture so that it just feels very warm and very earthy. You can see that this composition is by no means symmetrical, but at the same time there's also a visual symmetry between both of these lamps, while again maintaining the tension. Of course, there's a little balcony where you can enjoy your cup of coffee in the morning or where Megan can read one of her many interesting books. Balconies always add such life quality to any space because you just have this connection to the outside. Now the hallway leads us to the bedroom, kitchen and bathroom. And when Megan and her partner moved into this apartment, the entire apartment was actually painted in this expensive Farrow and Ball taupe color that is in the hallway. But as soon as they moved in, they decided to just cover it all up and turn each room into their own little color palette. Now this is the bedroom, and the bedroom has a much more muted color palette rather than the rest of the rooms. This really is a space to wind down after a long day of work or to just relax. And the bedroom is inspired by the color yellow. And we have this very soft, sandy wall color that just feels like a warm hug. Because the bedroom really is a sanctuary of calmness and relaxation. We don't have a lot of objects standing inside the bedroom, but rather we have a rattan bed that is framed by two little artworks on top that says Bonjour Madame and Bonjour Monsieur, which shows who is sleeping on which side. And over here we again have a vintage wooden cupboard. And here again you can see Megan's love for small labels and handmade sculptural pieces, and I just absolutely adore it. This little lamp, it seems like a little sculpture or artwork on itself, and the lampshade has been hand painted and it is from an English artist, and it just adds this very unique touch to the design. This is the kitchen. The kitchen just is a blend of the historical structure of the building and more industrial, modern features. We still have all of the original tiles and they are kept authentic as they are. They have cracks or scratches or sometimes a corner is missing. And this is really what is the charm of these historical buildings. And on both sides we have a black and wooden kitchen, and the walls have also been painted black behind it so that everything fades into the background and you just have this very minimalistic, almost industrial-like vibe. And the open black shelves and the black walls just provide this perfect background to show off all of your little vases and glasses and ceramics, because they just really pop off of the background. This is the bathroom. Like in all historical buildings, the bathroom is very narrow. When these buildings were built, the bathroom wasn't actually inside the apartment, but it was outside. As the apartment has been renovated, the people decided to squeeze in a bathroom, but this is just the reason why they're always so small. The bathroom is very modern and minimalistic. Comment below if you like this apartment and if you know Wes Anderson. And if you like this video, make sure to follow and subscribe, and also to check out Megan's Instagram. If you want to get our free design guide, you can get the link in the description, or you can also sign up for a newsletter. And of course, we have our own Instagram where we post behind the scenes content and just more daily updates, so you can also find us there.